A very good evening and thank you for tuning in, viewer. You're most welcome to the NILE Cast, only on West Nile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day, every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories this evening, let's have more on what's happening in the headlines. In the headlines tonight, Adjumani District ready for the Uganda National Housing and Population Census 2024. Moyo District circles to sensitize their members on loan services to avoid loan misuse. And Adjumani communities called upon to seek guidance before accessing wetlands. This and more in the NILE Cast News Bulletin. It's the 7th of May 2024. You're most welcome to the NILE Cast on West Nile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. In Adjumani District, Adjumani communities have been called upon to seek guidance before accessing wetlands so as to ensure conservative and limited individual influence which can cause destruction upon the environment. Onzema Allen reports.
Being public resources, government took ownership over natural resources such as wetlands so as to ensure conservative and limit individual influence which cause destruction. Speaking to journalists on 6 May 2024, Gia Charles, the Natural Resources Officer, Adjumani District, made emphasis on the demarcation of boundaries of wetlands, which is 30 meters as background as far as Gazette of wetlands is concerned.
What we have done is we have demarcated the boundaries. That is the 30-meter boundary that is required in the law to be demarcated as buffer zone for the protection of these wetland areas. We did this process participatorily together with the community leaders, and we have installed pillars along these boundaries of the wetlands. We've done quite a number. Over 40 kilometers have been in total have been demarcated and surveyed, and then the pillars were fixed.
The resources officer, however, highlighted the challenges they face in trying to mobilize the community for sensitization on the benefits of wetlands, hence it is still inefficient, hence leaving wide gap. Gia Charles also called upon all people engaged in construction to seek for clarification and guidelines before making construction.
And in the town of Adjumani and Pakele, we're also implementing a fiscal development plan where these places have been gazetted as wetlands, so no building will be permitted. So for the benefit of our people, before you start construction in any area, please get the views of the authority, contact the office of the environment office, and then also the land office and also the engineering office to get the necessary approvals to start your construction. The good thing is that the government has put in place a building committee, a district building committee, which will now have the responsibility of inspection, approval of any construction anywhere. So for those who have land that they claim are in wetlands, I think you better use those pieces of land for the intended purpose.
Honorable Anyama Ben, the LC5 chairperson of Adjumani District, said there is policy already in place only waiting for implementations and advises people to use lands for right purposes. The policy they have passed concerning wetlands eviction, and he, however, cautioned the technical team to start the reinforcement of the law on the ground effectively.
We have made the policy and the government law is very clear. What is now remaining is enforcement, and enforcement is by the technical team. For me, I've made the policy, and I believe it will be followed by the technical officers.
Several times, people have been sensitized to cease settling in wetlands since it is dangerous. Therefore, as part of intervention, government took initiative to try stopping it in various aspects. Wetland destructions have seen many negative impacts, like floodings in areas such as Nyumanzi, where floods swept thousands and submerged gardens, among others. Oraku Benson Pastore, Onzima Alan, Western Nile Television, NILE CAST.
Moving on to Moyo District. Moyo District SACCOs have been asked to dedicate some time for sensitizing their members on loan services so as to help the members use the loans they acquire for the intended purposes. This urge was made by Vuchiri Michael, the Deputy District Internal Security Officer, Moyo District, who represented the Resident District Commissioner as the chief guest during the 16th Annual General Meeting of Mount Oche Mwetu SACCO in Mwetu Secondary School. Take a look.
The 16th Annual General Meeting brought in hundreds of delegates and different stakeholders from within and beyond to share ideas and pass new SACCO policies so as to drive the SACCO forward. Mr. Vuchiri Michael, the Deputy District Internal Security Officer Moyo, who represented the Resident District Commissioner as the chief guest during the Annual General Meeting, said there is a tendency among some SACCO members who indulge in multiple borrowing, which tends to overwhelm them and sometimes makes them to run away or fail to repay the loans. He therefore urged the SACCOs to consider setting up some desks for educating and sensitizing their members on loan services.
For them to pay one loan, they must go and borrow from the other. At the end of the day, it becomes bad. It becomes an overburden, and they are breakdown. They end up not paying. Some end up running away. So I ask the SACCOs, not only the Mountain Metal or the SACCO, but all the SACCOs that are operating, they should have a desk at least to give sensitization to borrowers. 30 minutes at least if someone comes.
Mr. Megov Dominic, the District Commercial Officer Moyo, urged the SACCO members to act as ambassadors and extend the information about the SACCO to other people, and also work together with the SACCO leadership so as to make the SACCO develop, adding that as government, they will continue to offer the necessary guidance and support to the SACCO so that it continues to grow and expand so that the members' lives can be transformed.
I'm seeing more changes are coming, and I expect the changes to continue like that. On my side as government, for us, we are ready to support the SACCO to see that all the changes which are coming are put into right, and we correct ourselves so that we also mobilize more members to see that the SACCO excels.
Mr. Adrawa Charles Young, the Chairman Board of Governors, Mount Oche Metal SACCO, said the SACCO in terms of performance is improving compared to the previous years, and this has been possible because they have decided to maintain their expenses so that they can make the SACCO pick up, adding that their intention is to see the SACCO continue to develop because most of the SACCO members depend entirely on the SACCO for financial assistance. Therefore, the management is in full support to ensure the SACCO continues to exist so that it will continue to help the entire population.
Right now, we are trying to improve compared to the 24 million which we realized in 2019. Now we have attained, in 2023, we have attained 61 million because we still maintain the costs which were cut for the staff, including the board.
Mr. Drari Olego Constantine, a member of the SACCO, said he has benefited a lot ever since he joined the SACCO in terms of loans, saying the first loan he picked up was for farming, which fetched him good money. He also borrowed for improving his home, and the most recent one was acquiring a motorcycle.
The first time I borrowed money from the SACCO, I borrowed it for agriculture, and it helped me. That time I cultivated around 3 acres of cassava, which gave me around 2.4 million shillings. That was some years back, around 2013. And I've even borrowed money for house improvement, furniture, and even communication. Because apparently now I have a good TV system in my house, and this money I borrowed from them, and even I have a motorcycle.
Mrs. Batio Rose Amoko, another member of the SACCO, said the SACCO has helped so much because she is a single parent, but through the SACCO, she is able to pay her children in school. She advised the public to join SACCOs, saying once they are members, they can easily acquire loans which they can invest and transform their lives with.
Malay konyimara amala mari ma single parent ma siti eduna sakwa ko ma batire ndaro mari ngba ma unziko yendo sama loni du sakwa.
Mount Oche Metu Sacco started in 2006 with an office at Metu Trading Center in Moyo district with only few members during its inception, but kept progressing with time. Currently, the Sacco boasts of close to 7,000 members across Madisab region and beyond, with another satellite office established at Laropi to cater for the members along the Nile belt. The government has mandated every Sacco to conduct annual general meeting on a yearly basis so as to account to the members about their operations and forge way forward so as to steer the Sacco forward. It's from this that Mount Ochemetu Sacco engaged its members and delegates for the annual general meeting over the weekend. I'm Dominic Anthony Okumu for West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
Moving on to Adjumani District, people of Adjumani District have been called upon to embrace fully the Uganda National Population and Housing Census 2024. This comes after the Uganda National Population Census is set to kick off on the 10th of May 2024, which is as it's expected for every citizen to be counted, both the citizens and the host communities, including the refugees. Onzema Alan reports.
People of Adjumani District have been called upon to impress fully the National Population Census 2024. This call came after the National Population Census is set to kick off the exercise on 10th of May 2024 Friday, as expected for every citizen, both the host and the refugees. While remarking on Tuesday, 7th of May 2024 in office, Maurice Maureen, the Population Officer Adjumani District, appealed to everybody to fully engage in the National Population Housing Census, since it's for everybody irrespective of nationality. She further informed the public about the date of kickoff, which said it will be conducted on 10th to 19th May this year. The enumerators from Zaipi sub-county expressed that they will do the exercise, adding that it will be done door to door and they are ready for the exercise. However, Honorable Anyama appealed to people of Adjumani District to fully participate and key aspect National Housing and Population Census as something important, emphasizing on the benefits of the census to both individuals and government. National Housing and Population Census is a government activity conducted after every decade. Oraku Benson Pastore, Onzima Alan, West Nile Television, NILE CAST.
A very good evening, viewers. My name is Oraku Benson Pastore. Today is already 7th of May and the year is 2024. We all know that so many things will always continue to happen in the world of sports. Before we talk about what transpired yesterday night in Europe between the game Manchester United up against the Crystal Palace and also UEFA Champions League bouncing tonight, let's first take a look at what is transpiring in the top tier of Ugandan football. I'm talking about StarTimes Uganda Premier League. I can confirm to you the season is drawing closer. I mean, the season is almost coming to an end. teams like Boro, Vipers, you talk about NEC, not forgetting about Sports Club Villa. They are all battling to see that they win the gong, the title. So before I give you the highlights of how the top of the table is right now looking like, let's take a look at the games that have already taken place yesterday, also today, and also the fixtures are set to be played today and tomorrow. And remember, there was a game between Gaddafi and the team of Maroons, and we saw Gaddafi beating Maroons by 3-1. And also Mbara City had a game with URA. That game ended in a barren draw. It means no single goal was produced in that particular encounter. And one game is also set to be played this evening. It will be a game between Kasasiro Boys, KCA, welcoming the side called UPDF. Still, the games will be bouncing back tomorrow, and there will be an encounter between Soltino Bright Stars and the team of NEC FC, and also a game between Wakiso Giants as they will be visiting Sports Club Villa. And lastly, also tomorrow, Vipers, of course, will be sitting at St. Mary's Tende as they say hi to Express. Like I said earlier on, teams are now battling to see that they avoid the relegation, finish in a better position. Others who are still having the chance of winning the gong, they are all battling it. Right now, you look at the table standing, the team which is leading the log right now is the team of Bor, that comes from Zinza. Out of the 26 games they have so far played, they are having something of around the 49 points. Second on the log is the team of Chitara, a team that comes from Hoima. Also, out of the 26 games they have played, they have accumulated points number of 48. Third on the log is Vipers. Vipers, they are having something of 46 points out of the 25 games they have so far played. And the team that completes the top 4 in Star Times Uganda Premier League table standing is the team of Sports Club Villa. Also, out of the 25 games they have played, they have accumulated points number of 45. NEC at number 5, and at number 6 is the team of Kasasiro Boys. Some teams are left with 3 games, others are left with 4 games for the wind-up of the season of Star Times Uganda Premier League. Let's leave Ugandan sports here and we get to Europe. We talk about English Premier League and also UEFA Champions League, and also transfers started for some of the players, more special players that are going to be free agents at the end of the season. And yesterday there was a very big encounter between Crystal Palace and the team of Manchester United. This game took place at Selhurst Park, the stadium for Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace managed to hammer Manchester United by 4-0. And right now you look at the top of the table. On top we still Arsenal with 83, followed by a certain Manchester City with 81. Third on the log is the team of Liverpool with 78 points. Fourth on the log is Aston Villa. Aston Villa is already having 67 points. And the team which is at number 5 is Spurs. Spurs is having 60 points. At number 6 right now is the team of Newcastle with 56. Manchester United is at number 8. But before that, at number 7 is the team of Chelsea with 54. And Manchester United, that is currently sitting at number 8. They are having the same number of points with the Blues. That means they are all having 54. It's only the superior goal difference Chelsea is having in terms of positive that puts them ahead of Manchester United. And also UEFA Champions League, the second league is also bouncing back tonight. A very big encounter between the team of Paris Saint-Germain as they welcome Borussia Dortmund at Principality, despite the Princess. They went to Westfalen Stadion, which of course ended in a slim win in favor of BVB's side. This time they are maintaining it in Paris, and everyone is waiting to see if Paris Saint-Germain can be able to penetrate through to the finals of the UEFA Champions League. They last did it in 2020 and they lost the final into the hands of Bavarians, a team that comes from German Bayern Munich. It was by 1-0. Meanwhile, for BVB's side, the last time they went up to the finals was way back in 2013. It was German affair final between Borussia Dortmund and the team of Bayern Munich, and it ended in favor of Bayern Munich 2-1, and the decider will be happening tonight. Either Paris Saint-Germain or is the team of BVB. And also tomorrow there will also be the other semi-final second league fixture between the team of Los Blancos up against Bavarians. That means Real Madrid will be staying at Santiago Bernabeu as they welcome Bayern Munich. The first leg of this game also ended 2-2 tie, and we are waiting for a decider to also see who will be in position to go to the finals of the UEFA Champions League. Let's finalize everything tonight with what is happening, or what is already happening in the world of transfer. I can confirm to you.
Thank you, Rocco Benson Pastore, for that sports news and that sports highlight. That viewer marks the end